Sup everybody, Anthony Davis here. Um, this is actually a request from Powerman 729, and he wanted to know if I was going to do a review for Saban Brands purchasing the 4Kids TV block. And surprising enough, I decided, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Gonna give shout out to Powerman 729, by the way. Um, so yeah, let's get started. Basically, I've heard Saban Brands is basically buying the 4Kids block, which means he's going to be purchasing the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise and things of that nature. That's the thing about it is, like, Saban Brands, so far, like, when they're dealing with Power Rangers Samurai and Super Samurai, um, it's not all that good. I know what you're thinking, like, oh, it's supposed to be for kids, I'm not supposed to like it, but, I mean, you think about it, Power Rangers has an adult fan base. So, and like, who goes to conventions? I mean, adults go to conventions. So, I mean, of course, you're not gonna find older people that are gonna like Power Rangers, and they don't care if it's childish. I don't simply don't think it. I mean, I like it, but the recent series that's coming out, series that came out, Samurai and Super Samurai, I did not like, and I'm not really getting my high hopes up for Megaforce, but I'm going a little bit into that too. After that. Honestly, I'm kind of like on the it kind of like iffy about Saban Brands purchasing 4Kids, because I ain't watched 4Kids, so I mean, like, what? I mean, I really don't care though. That's the thing. Um, I mean, I hope he does a better job, and I hope, like, that's the thing. I hope nothing gets changed. Like, like, as far as like the good shows that come back, and then I hope they're dubbed pretty good, because that's the thing. Like, they have all these little weak dubs, and I just can't get to some shows on there. Now let's go back to Megaforce. With Megaforce, it's supposed to be based off Tensou Sentai Go Sager with the five angels, red, red, blue, black, yellow, and pink. And they're fighting against the War Star, and they save the world, and they're supposed to be their angels. That's their duty to protect the Earth, and blah blah blah. And Saban decided that this is going to be just like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with the whole Teenage Attitude thing. See, the thing about it, that's really good. He's bringing it. He's actually using a new story, even though it's kind of like a story we already know of. But at least he's using a new material, just not not like Samurai. With Samurai, it was basically like Shikingers, but it was just Americanized, and it was watered down too much, and it was too similar, but it just wasn't it's like a bad copy, you know. I don't know why. I just don't like Samurai. I don't like Super Samurai. I just couldn't get into it. The acting, if it was good, it had good actors, and I would like it. Like, only good actors on there were Mike's actor, Hector, and Antonio's actor Steven, and Steven. Was it Steven Styler? Skyler? It's Steven Skyler. Yeah, Steven Skyler. Those are the only two good actors, and Bolt, or Bulk's actor. Just, I don't know. It's just, I couldn't get into Samurai. Like, everybody else they were so bland. They didn't have their own personality. The personality really didn't shine. It was like they were just reading their lines, and just didn't feel like they were who they say they were, or maybe they overacted and just didn't do good enough. And also with the Mentor G. Now, Mentor G, his actor was actually a veteran actor for Power Rangers. He's been in SPD as the main villain, Grum, and him doing Power Rangers Samurai just seems kind of like a waste of his talents, because he is a good actor, but I kind of feel like this kind of wasn't really a good role for him, being like the mentor type guy, because I think it's his voice. I think his voice is what's really holding him back. It's just his voice sounds too. When he did SPD as Grum, he had like the very deep, dark voice, and he talked like this, and he just had very, very loud euphemisms, and he just sounded evil. That's the evil talking. And I don't know, for Samurai, it's kind of like casting who am I thinking? Who I can think of, like that'd be like a good example, because I don't know, it just when I get a thought in my head, I'll probably think of it, but for now I'm just saying, like, get get him a better roles and stuff besides being like the mentor, because that's not really, he really should be a mentor anyway, because he doesn't really teach the Rangers anything basically, because I mean they're doing all this stuff on their own. He's not teaching them anything basically. Um, with Jaden, the main Red Ranger, and yes, I will bring this up. I know people are like, oh, just because he's white, white doesn't mean anything. Just 'cause he's not Asian, blah blah blah. I mean, okay. With that, I think Samurai would have been like the perfect opportunity to have an actual Asian oriented Red Ranger, like who's fully Asian. Like he doesn't have, well, he could be, I guess, Filipino, but I think that they should have had a fully Asian Red Ranger, simply because this is based off of a samurai themed Power Rangers, and they kind of waste that potential and give it to like this guy Jaden, who is it's just, I mean, basically everybody in Power Rangers Samurai are pretty boys and model chicks. That's basically what the majority of the 5 Power Rangers, well, 6 Power Rangers are. Just pretty boys and model chicks. And it's like, no, like that's not really what Power Rangers was about. Like they weren't, all these hot, sexy model people that, that should be walking, the runway instead of fighting evil. That's just not cool. I don't know. I just didn't like him as a character altogether. Like as an actor, still don't like him. I don't know. It's just, and with the Blue Ranger Kevin, oh my God, he tries so hard to be like Ryunosuke from Shikiju. Is not even funny. He's just too serious. Like, and he's too like, he's not really like laid back like Ryunosuke. See, Ryunosuke, the difference between him and Ryunosuke is that Ryunosuke actually has a personality. That's the thing. He has actual personality. And he would sometimes, like, if he make a mistake, he would tell Lord Takeru. That's back then, like, they had the whole vessels, and he was the Lord. He was their Lord and everything like that. Not like the God Lord, but like even as samurais, they have their leaders who they view as like the generals or the lords, or like of battle. Basically, he's the Lord of Battle, and they have his 4 vessels, and the 4 Shikingers made up the 4 vessels for Takeru, who is the head of the Shiba clan. And I don't know, I just didn't like Kevin at all. Like Mike I did like. He had a pretty good personality. He was funny. I just liked his character. With Emily, she was just too quirky for me. Like Kotaha, she was quirky too, but I mean, I don't know. It just, I don't know what to say about this girl. Like she's too awkward, and like her acting skills aren't that good either. Like she could be a good actress if they just try harder. That's the thing. Like they barely feel like they're trying when they're doing the episodes and stuff. They're just like, okay, we're gonna do this. Oh yeah. They just, I feel like they're reading the lines from the screen or something like that. It's like, they feel like they're forced into this, and they're not really enjoying it like the rest of the cast members did. And many people are gonna like, say, oh, Saban, did way better than Disney, and I'm like, in myself, like, Disney actually did some pretty good seasons. And there were some seasons in Disney I did not like, but I would rather watch them over Power Rangers Samurai and Super Samurai any day. And that's sad, really, because those Because I can name 3 seasons of Disney that I do not like, but I still would rather watch them than this. I mean, for real, that's sad. The 3 seasons I hate the most, I'd rather watch them than Samurai. It's credible. With Antonio's character, I liked him too, but it's just I don't know. He's Gold Ranger, by the way. Um, everybody's at this is basically like the red, blue, green, pink, and yellow. That's the team, and then the gold comes in later. By the way, but Antonio's character, he was okay, but sometimes he was annoying. So because I guess he's trying to do the whole fisherman thing, whereas Genta, he was a sushi chef. Well, the sushi, yeah, he was a sushi chef, and he wanted to open his own, sushi business. And with Antonio, he's just a fisherman, and he just likes to cook fish, and just everything fish oriented. And I kind of feel like the elements of Samurai could be better. And the one thing I didn't like, one thing I hated most about Samurai was that they freaking skipped episodes on the first premiere. That's something you don't do. They try to play it off like, oh, they aired them out of order on purpose. No, they didn't. They just aired the wrong episode, and they're trying to make up for it by showing it 20 episodes later. Like, that's not what you do. Like, that's stupid. That's retarded. No other Power series ever done that, and you can see why, because it doesn't work. We don't know who the characters are. It's like on the 3rd episode. That's the thing. I don't know. So you see my frustration here, right? It's crazy. But yeah, it's just I went from talking about Saban brands and buying, Yu-Gi-Oh and 4Kids talking about this. It's real sad. But I don't really care though. So I chose to make this video, and I'm just gonna review it. My thoughts of it. So deal with it. With like they except for the episodes, they aired them out of order, showing the 3rd episode instead of the first 2. The first 2 episodes were supposed to be the introduction of the characters, and then they're fighting against their second monster, and they get the Megazord the 2nd episode. So that was supposed to be those 2 were supposed to be the setup. They fight the first monster, save the world first, and then the 2nd episode they fight against the 2nd monster and get the Megazord. I don't. It's just, and they try to make it seem like it was like an Origins episode. Last time I checked, it didn't look like any Origins episode. It just like it wasn't like how most series they would show like what happens like right then and there, and I don't give you like explanation of what happened and who these characters are, and then later on they show it like in a flashback how the characters are, and how they all met and things like that. This wasn't like that. This didn't feel like, or like a flashback of what happened like with the Rangers when they first met and everything like that. No, it was more or less like just a regular episode, but they just changed the title to make it seem like, oh, this is supposed to air, this was supposed to air first. It was actually supposed to air like, a couple of episodes later. No, it was supposed to air first. Y'all just fucked up. I think it was Nick's fault. Nick's always showing episodes of TV shows out of order all the time. So it's like, of course, because it's like feel like Nick just fucked everything up. I wouldn't really blame Saban Brands or Saban at all. It's just the company of Nick that they don't know how to air episodes good right. That's the thing. They just need to stop fucking around and just do the job they're supposed to do. But yeah, let me just stop rambling on for here and just give my thoughts of with Saban Brands buying C4 Kids. I'm still kind of iffy about it. I'm really not interested in it, but I'm talking about just it still boggles my mind a bit. It's like, why would he want to do this? What's his angle for this? And also for Megaforce, I'm not really looking forward to it. Most people were looking for to see Go Kaijers be adapted first before Go Sagers, because it's the 20th anniversary and everything. And people excited. They were like, oh my god, Go Kaijers is gonna be adapted and everything. But then Go Hydras is a very complex, story along with different characters and everything like that. So it would take like for a while to get everything straight. But enough said. Um, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace and sayonara. Bye.